Hi, I'm Mavis Lincoln. Here's my story. At the outset, I have to say, thank God for Ganoderma. I stood speechless as my sister's bad news slowly sank into my shocked brain. Mum has been given 2 days to live, Verna said. Get all the family down to Brisbane Women's Hospital. We drove through the night and Mum passed away 2 days later. She had just turned 53. My mother had undergone a radical mastectomy of her right breast, and in less than 2 months it had beaten her. The Brisbane doctors admitted that she should never have been subjected to the month of radiation. It had really weakened her immune system. Many believed then, and still do, that when cancer cells are cut and exposed to air, they spread. The post-mortem report described a galloping cancer throughout many parts of her body. There was my other family history, of course. Both my grandmothers had died of bowel cancer. One was 52, the other was 66. Several uncles, aunts and cousins had also succumbed to various types of cancer. One cousin with leukemia was only 34 when she passed away. My younger brother became a fatality at age 55. It was probably the day after my mother's funeral that I made a definite decision that should I contract the disease, I would not submit to surgery, radiation or chemotherapy. Each person, of course, must make his or her own personal decision. Mum had desperately sought help from a prominent Brisbane alternative therapist during her radium treatment, but sadly, natural therapists were very hesitant back then to treat cancer. The day I was introduced to Ganoderma, in June 2004, was the same day my doctor had sent me for an ultrasound to investigate lower abdominal pain. Since he was then on holidays, it was 2 weeks before I received the results. The doctor carefully explained that for uterine cancer they would remove the uterus and I would not live long or enjoy quality of life in the meantime. Conversely, if I did nothing, the results would be the same. Not much of a choice. Thankfully, he then acknowledged my right as a patient to choose my own path, which he noted in records. I signed a form releasing him from responsibility and decided to significantly increase my intake of Ganoderma. 2 subsequent scans at quarterly intervals showed very pleasing progress, as did the scan 14 months later. This time the endometrium thickening was down from the original 6.3 millimetres to 2.8 millimetres. 4 millimetres is allowable for my postmenopausal age. Medically, this is extremely rare. Very importantly, the previously described tubular structure related to the endometrium was no longer apparent. My doctor said, I am very happy with this report. During this visit, though, the doctor reminded me that my last colonoscopy several years earlier had shown pre-malignant polyps, and he ordered another colonoscopy. Very happily, this test was clear. In 2008, my requested test report prompted my doctor to say, I'm not sending you for further tests, there is just no need. Sometime later, my doctor moved interstate. A few months later, though, because of my family history and for my own ongoing peace of mind, I asked my new doctor for an updated test of the pelvic area. The results were still excellent. I feel very blessed, and I thank God that Ganoderma was available at the very time I so desperately needed it. Update August 2015. Now, 11 years after my original diagnosis, I gratefully report that recent internal and external scans of the whole pelvic area show all relevant areas to be normal. Now, if you would like more specific information about Ganoderma, the king of herbs, you can go to our website menu headings, Research, using Ganoderma and our free health guide. I hope that my experience and this information may be a blessing to you, your family and your friends.